Hi guys, Apple with another OS X for Beginners video. In this video I'm going to be focusing on the desktop and what you will see when you first switch on your Mac. So let's get started. A quick disclaimer, I might look to my left, that's only because I'm reading notes off my MacBook. So let's get started. This is a new Mac, so most of the things you will see will be default, and you'll most likely see this if you was to buy a Mountain Lion pre-installed Mac or upgrade to Mountain Lion or anything like that. So we'll start with the menu. On the top left you will see the dedicated specific apps area and the Apple logo. On the right you will see things that are most likely been set by the user and default tools like the time machine icon, the Bluetooth icon, the airport icon, the sound icon, the date and time, spotlight, and the notification center. Okay. On the very far left of the menu bar you have the Apple logo. This allows you to perform simple tasks like shutdown, restart, sleep, force quit, so if you want to force quit an application or relaunch the Finder. About this Mac, to quickly get a quick overview of the hardware specifications of your computer. Software update, the App Store, system preferences, where you can make preferences for your system, like changing the wallpaper, the background, the screensaver, etc. Dock preferences, quick dock preferences, so if you might want to put on the left or the right. Turn hiding on and off, but I'll get to that in another video. At the very bottom of your screen you will have this thing called the dock. The dock is probably most likely what OSX is known for its easy and quick convenience of using the applications, using them, opening them quickly without having to actually search through your whole computer for them. Now, so let's open up something. So we'll open up the calendar application. So we've opened up the calendar, and at the top left hand side of each window you will see three icons. This applies to every window. You will see a red, an orangey, yellow, and a green icon. As you see, once I hovered over them, they in fact turn to an X, a minus, and a plus. So you may be familiar with this from Windows. So the X being to close the window, not fully close the application, but just close the window. The minus to be minimizing, and the plus is to resize the window to all you need to see. So I'll give an example of the resizing the window. If I resize it to that and I press this, it will in fact enlarge the window, so it fills the whole screen. If I press this little icon, which is in most applications now at the top, it will in fact switch it to full screen mode, which allows me to only see this application. Press escape on my keyboard to escape, and I'll close this application. Okay, so moving on. When you have an open application, it will appear in your dock. So let me use calendar again as an example. As you can see, calendar, you may not see calendar, but it's in fact still open, and you can tell this by the little white icon at the bottom of the icon for calendar. I love icons. Now this will tell you if it's open or closed. If I close calendar, you'll see that the white light is in fact gone. So we're going to be moving on to how to actually quit an application. This time we will use, what application should we use? We'll use Safari. So we have Safari open, and you've done your day's work, you've looked at YouTube, blah blah blah, you've done all of this, and then you want to switch off your computer. You go to close your application, you think it's closed. As I told you before, the white light indicates whether it's closed or open, and it has a white light underneath, so it's not closed. As you can see, it's still open. To properly close an application, you can do it one of three ways. The first way is to go to the top of the menu bar where it says the name of the application. As you know, this will change depending on which application is opened. So if I click that, and you will see it says quit Safari. Select that and that will properly quit Safari. You can also use Command Q, I should say, on your keyboard. That will quit Safari. And the third way is to right click on the icon in the dock and press quit. So we've done that. So we're going to go through the default applications in OS X Mountain Lion. So starting with the very first icon is the Finder. The Finder is very similar to Windows Explorer on Windows. Not Windows Internet Explorer, Windows Explorer, where you can see all your stuff. Not very Windowsy. Next icon is Launchpad. Very much like a iPad style layout. Don't have many apps, as I said, this is a new computer. Next we have Mission Control. This will show you all your desktops, including the dashboard. The dashboard, again, I'll get into more depth in another video. Next is Safari, the default internet browser. Then we have Google Chrome. That is not default, but that's my choice of internet browser. Mail, for looking at your emails and reading and sending emails. Contacts, for storing all your contacts, emails, addresses, phone numbers, anything like that. Calendar is a bit self-explanatory, it's a calendar. Reminders is an application that came from the iPhone, so the iOS platform, which integrates really well with iCloud and all your devices. I'll get into that in another video. Skype is not default, but it is Skype. You should all know what Skype is. Notes is an application where you can take notes, again very self-explanatory. Messages is where you can send messages between iDevices and Macs. FaceTime is very much like Skype, but you can call people between iOS devices and other Macs. Photo Booth is an application where you can take fun, silly photos with your friends or on your own or whatever. iPhoto is a great application for managing all your photos and videos. It's really nice. iTunes is an music application that you use to sort out all your music and really get them organized and sync your iDevices with them as well, being iPod, iPhone, iPad, etc. The App Store, or the Mac App Store I should say, is the App Store for the Mac, very much like the iOS App Store. So it's applications for Mac. And then System Preferences is the preferences for your computer, being general preferences like desktop and screensaver, keyboard and mouse. If you have a trackpad, you have trackpad preferences, Bluetooth preferences, display preferences, etc. Okay, so now on your dock you have two sides. On the left you have all of your applications, and on the right you have stacks, which are basically folders, and the trash can. So here you can just drag in applications. So if I go to my applications and get an application that's not in the dock, like Spotify, I can just drag it in. To delete an application off of the dock, it won't permanently delete it off your computer, but off the dock you need to drag it to the bin. Don't worry, it's not deleted, it's just not in your dock anymore, and you'll hear a poof sound. On the right side of the dock you will see all your folders. I just have a downloads folder at the moment, and I have And on the right side of the dock you have your stacks and applications. So if I create a new folder and I call it test, once I've done that I can actually drag it into the right side and it's actually now become a stack if it has stuff in there. So I'm going to delete that folder, take it out of my dock, and yeah, that's all you need to know for the desktop so far. Thanks for watching. I really hope this helps you if you're new to Mac or planning to switch to Mac, which is a good idea. Yeah, well, thanks for watching. Have a great day, and don't forget to rate, comment and subscribe.